Smells of gasoline. I smell fumes in here. Hey, you sound good tonight. You really do. Last night, I don't like to talk about audiences that have departed, but, were they a little, tough? They were rough last night. They tried to talk me out of staying on the show. It was that bad last night. Now we'll get... We have a little added inducement tonight for those of you who laughed most heartily tonight. I will go right after the show and personally top your tank. Something, that sounds erotic, doesn't it? I'd like to get your tank top. I certainly would. Tonight's show is being produced by our associate producer, Mr. Peter LaSalle. Standing over here to my right, yes, good man. Peter, as I have mentioned before, is of Dutch extraction. And he's been doing his bit out here to conserve energy. He has the only swimming pool in Beverly Hills heated by a windmill. Sure. Hey, one thing we should talk about, siphoning gas. People are doing it out here. And there have been some accidents. That is not a bright thing to do. The health department has asked me to announce as a public service. Not to siphon gas. It's a poison. And a quicker way to get killed is to try to cut in line at the gas. People are getting awfully angry out there. You get a jack handle in a bad place if you're not careful. It's critical out here. I saw a fireman today ride into a fire on a Dalmatian. It's so bad. I'm telling you, okay. I saw a patrol car chasing a bank robber, and they were both in line at the gas station. Never throw old jokes away. Crises keep coming around. Now, people have already started. People are going to extraordinary lengths to get some gasoline. Now, you may not believe it, but I was in a parking lot at Ralph's Market today. Well, I could be there, couldn't I? And a housewife offered me her body for half a gallon of gas. I was so shocked that the siphon hose fell out of my mouth. You look like a gay canary. No, I mean... Beep, beep. Beep. No, nothing personal. I mention when I say gay, I mean in the sense of the gay caballero. Anyway, out here in Burbank, I looked for a gas station today. I saw one. I was waiting in line for gas, and a little old lady cut in front of me. Now, she was elderly, so I didn't get real swaggy, but I said, you have odd plates. And she pulled out her teeth and said, you tell me. See, people around the rest of the country don't understand how it affects California. Those of us who live out here, this entire community, people are lost without their automobiles out here. Unlike New York, where you do have the subways and pretty good bus service, we have one bus, and if it breaks down, we're in trouble. Did you know today that the Fred Astaire Dance Studio is offering a free introductory walking lesson? Did any one of those words get out cleanly? What? No. I saw a man in line today making out his will, leaving his place in line to his heirs. And if that isn't bad enough, if the gas shortage isn't bad enough in Beverly Hills High School, they've just announced they're going to ration lewds on the odd-even system. Did anybody get gas today? Yeah? Where are the stations that are open? Do you have to get up early in the morning or what? I'm serious.
Yeah, just 3 right across the street.
They have one across the street is open? Nevada. Well, let's see. We have some exciting show business news. Sophia Loren, who was a guest on the show, 2 or 3 months ago, has announced that she is moving to Hollywood. She's going to live in Southern California. And Sophia says she is seeking peace and tranquility in her life, and she instructed her real estate agent to find her a home where she won't be noticed. That's a little difficult here to try to find a house located between the Incredible Hulk and Dolly Parton. You notice? Really no joke there. I have some more sad news. NBC has lost the... was in the paper today. Has lost the Hallmark Hall of Fame to another network after 30 years. Now, I know, but NBC has not forgotten you people who love culture. To fill in that void, they have scheduled Gilligan's Island for 2 specials. As if we don't have enough trouble in the world today, scientists came out in the paper and announced that they have found something new which they say causes cancer. Are you ready for this? In rats, anyway. The tranquilizer Valium. That was the most plaintive sound I've heard ever emanate from a human being. Oh, no. That's what they said. Apparently, when the rats took Valium, they became laid back. And they never sat up again. You take Valium? No. Okay. We've got a great show tonight. Chevy Chase is here tonight. I announced on the show during the monologue last night that the show Charlie's Angels had hired a brand new angel by the name of Barbara Bach. And I found out today that was not quite the case. But we invited Barbara Bach here tonight to find out and she's a beautiful young lady. She is with us also. And we have Gallagher, who's a bizarre young comedian. And we have... Yeah. And we have the young man who, I think he's about 10 years old? 8 years old. Ricky Schroder, who is in a picture called The Champ. He is with us tonight. So stay where you are, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back. We are back. We have returned. Whoopee! There we are again.
Yes.
Good crowd tonight. How'd you all get out here? Did you... you can't. I won't buy that. Most of you drive out here? Take a bus or what? What you drive?
Drove.
Was today your day to get gassed?
Tomorrow.
Or, I mean, not get gassed.
Wait a minute, just a minute, please. Tomorrow is my day.
Tomorrow's your day. That's my day, too.
Yeah.
There are stations, I guess, open. But we're going to have to wait and see. People are getting angry out there.
Oh, aren't they?
A little testy in those lines.
Fist fights I saw?
Yeah. You saw somebody punching somebody?
Oh, yes. Somebody pulled in front.
Tried to cut in.
And explained to him that was unwise. Forcibly.
Yeah, you'd like to meet my tire jack personally? Walk on. Anyway, we've been talking the last few days about all the stuff that was in the paper about the show and the possibility that I expressed a desire to leave the show a little bit earlier.
Right.
And as soon as that came out, everybody in the world started to be mentioned as replacements.
Right.
Now, you've heard it. They mentioned Tom Snyder.
One of our guests.
Chevy Chase was mentioned. John Davidson, David. They went through a list of 15 or 20 people they were considering. But unbeknownst to most people,
Right.
You
have somebody?
Well, I don't have somebody.
Yeah.
I suggested that possibly by next year in 1980, I might have a replacement available.
Oh.
And I'd like you to meet him now. You just step right up. You see, only person who wasn't mentioned, I figured, why not? I don't think he wants to quit before 1980,
no,
right?
No.
Anyway, I should introduce that gentleman. We've used him in a sketch before. His name is Ed Beeler. And there's a gentleman out here in Hollywood, I believe, called Ron Smith, who has a stable of people called celebrity lookalikes. Mm-hmm. And I think he has Burt Reynolds and Farrah Fawcett and a lot of people who resemble certain stars. So that was Ed Beeler who came out. You didn't think really that was Jimmy Carter, did you? We have tonight for you. We've had great success with these. Not that we don't have enough commercials on the Tonight Show, but from time to time, we are able to get certain commercials from other countries. And it gives you an idea of the way they present commercials. Some of them are very, very amusing and very classy, well done. They spend a lot of money. And these are award winners from the International Broadcasting Awards, which were held here in Los Angeles. And these are some of the winners and some of the losers. But I want to thank the Hollywood Radio and Television Society for making them available. Now, these are legitimate foreign commercials. They're self-explanatory. We have them from England. They're French commercials, British, Japanese, and Brazilian. Now, just watch the monitor, and you'll see what kind of commercials people are seeing around the world.
Les discrets de Gilles, des sous-vêtements en pur coton qui sont si doux qu'on ne peut s'empêcher de les toucher. Gilles. C'est doux, c'est doux, c'est doux, c'est doux. Ils sont tout doux. Gilles. C'est doux, c'est doux, c'est doux, c'est doux. Ils sont si doux. Gilles. C'est doux, c'est doux, c'est doux, c'est doux. Ils sont pour les aimer toucher.
From England.
Would you care for a little hanky-panky, madam? I only offered you a little nibble. All at it. Munching hanky-panky. The new sweet snack from Pascal. Mind you, with those crunchy peanuts and those crispy corn puffs covered with all that caramel, it's a right good nibble. You'll never know how good it is until you try it. We all like a bit of hanky-panky now and again, don't we?
It's clever.
東芝は心配を安心に変えた。今年の夏、東芝ネットガード扇風機。Hoje vai ter recreio o dia inteiro. Recreio é tostines. Ai, que vontade que dá.
This one you'll
To
love.
Buck's flies, please, I only give the very best. I give them Beigel. With the other insecticides, I must aim at the insects. With Beigel, not. I just spray it on corners, chandeliers, curtains, and it remains weeks working for me. Anyway, aiming isn't my very best.
Now watch this one, next one.
新発売のお掃除リュックはほこり泥をよく落とし泡切れすっきり二度拭きの手間がいりません。
The well-known Japanese caca commercial. They really approach him with a sense of certain style,
yes.
don't they?
Sure do. We need more of those
Yeah,
here.
some of those are wild. We'll be back. We have Chevy Chase with us, Barbara Bach, Gallagher, and Ricky Schroder will be with us in just a moment. We're back. Our first guest tonight. My first guest tonight is a third-grade student originally from Staten Island who just turned 9 last month. And he made his film debut in The Champ, which really established him as probably one of the brightest child stars on the scene today. And he's currently filming The Last Flight of Noah's Ark for Disney. Would you welcome Ricky Schroder? Ricky? Want to take that chair?
All right.
Is that comfortable enough?
Sure.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I saw you in a show the other morning. I think you were, who you're talking with? Some girl interviewer was interviewing us. Was that Barbara Walters or? Trying to remember the show. You've been on so many shows.
AM Los Angeles?
That was it.
Oh.
Yeah. You been doing a lot of shows?
A couple, yeah.
Did you ever see this show before?
But in New York, it's a different time, and it's really too late. Only on certain days I can stay up.
Friday night, you take a look at it once in a while?
Well, I heard of it.
Heard of it.
But I go to bed early.
You go to bed early. Well, that's not... you're just being diplomatic.
My mom watches it.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad of that. You're from Staten Island, huh?
Yeah.
Now, how does this compare out here, Hollywood to Staten Island?
Well, I like California better.
Do you really? Why? Yeah.
Weather.
Just the weather?
No, the climate's better. It's cleaner.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of it I like better.
Yeah. What do you do out here? Are you in sports?
Yeah, I like sports.
Yeah.
I like to play tennis now. Hey, I got something with me here. Chinese jacks. That's one of my sports.
Chinese jacks?
Yeah, you want to learn?
I don't know anything about Chinese jacks.
All right.
Is this like I remember jacks where you throw the ball and...
Right. Well, do you want to learn?
Sure.
Sure. All right. First, you got to go like this to see who goes first, right?
All right.
And then if you get them all, it depends upon how much you get.
Okay.
Whoever gets the most wins.
Right.
I got one.
I see.
Now, you have to hold it like... I'm terrible.
Oh, that's all right. I got to hold them here and then...
You have to hold them this and try and flip it.
You missed the whole bunch,
Right.
yeah?
All right, now you try.
You see, I have bigger hands than you do. So I may have the advantage on this, right?
Who cares?
Well, I know, but it's probably not fair for me doing it.
I tried over.
Right again. You see, I got
Now
bigger...
get the other ones.
What do you mean, get the other ones?
Now you have to flip back.
I have to flip these back.
You got 4.
I got 4.
Yeah. Since the first time you missed, now I have to go. Because I missed 2. 1. All right, now you see, you go first, right?
Yeah.
Pick a color. Pick any one.
I think I'm getting conned by a 9-year-old kid. All right, I pick a color. I pick this color.
All right. All right, now you throw these up, and you have to go like this, 1 by 1. Before the other one hits the ground. Now you try it.
Didn't you just...
Oh, wait.
What happened to this part on the back of the hand?
No, that was just flipping to see who goes first.
You're not changing the rules on me, are you?
No, that was just flipping to see who goes first.
Now, what do I do? Throw this up?
Now you have to throw this up and get that one before that one lands. No, not both of them, just one.
Oh.
And now, all right, try it over.
I throw this one up.
And you get this and let that one fall.
Oh, I can let this one fall.
Right.
Well, that's pretty easy.
And now that one.
Now I pick this one back up
No,
again.
this one again.
Now
you go with that. You got to throw that up and you get that one.
But I can let this one fall.
Right. With all of them, you can let it fall. Now that one.
Ah, I think I'm getting
Same
this.
thing. Now that one. All right, now you have to get them 2. Them 2 or them 2. Yeah. Hey, how about you watch me?
I'll watch you. You do it once.
All right, I need a lot of... I'm really
I suppose you want to put money on this and then feeling in a couple of moments.
Now, you have to do this. Before you get points, you have to get them all.
Yeah.
You have to throw this up, get that, and catch that.
All right.
And after you do that, now, so you can buy this in the store.
Yeah.
And then you got to flip for points.
Yeah.
So if you got your own man, it would be worth 10. So I got 5. And then you keep on doing this routine over and over. And then if I miss, you go.
Yeah.
Now let's see you go.
I don't think I want to play anymore. You're too good. You're too good. You've been practicing. That's a fun game. I didn't know about Chinese jacks.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Hey, you're good at it, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we have to do a commercial here, and then we're going to
Sure.
come back and talk about everything, okay?
All right.
Don't go away. Go back. We're back. We're talking with Ricky Schroder.
I'm retired.
Retire.
Say you ever found $1 million on the street.
Right.
And,
What would you buy?
What would you do with it? Would you bring it to the police? Or no? That's a question.
Yes, I think I really would take it and be honest.
You would?
I think so. Yeah.
Boo!
No, you would too. Now, come on, you know you would. Because it wouldn't be your money. And you
Well,
wouldn't
say
be
it was stolen from a bank. I don't...
You're getting very close now. I don't know about that. So you save most of your money, huh?
Yeah, so I save and I buy trains.
Yeah, you like your trains?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a nice hobby.
My dad has this big locomotive. It was an American Flyer, and it's very young because it was from when he was born. So it really works good, even though it's like 20 years old, and it still works good.
That's nice. That's real old, that 20-year-old train.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not too old.
You know what I call it? People always say that my dad. Wait, I forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right. You had a thought and it just left you for a moment. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you one other question now. You got another picture coming up. Now, do you want to be an actor as you get older? And stay in the acting profession?
Well, I'd like to be an actor if I could. If I'm not an actor, I'd like to be a dentist or an architect.
Dentist or an architect?
Right.
Hey, that's good. That's really good. So your next picture is for Disney. And I suppose you got things lined up after that already? You don't know, huh? Hey, it's nice to meet you, and I know you can't stay with us tonight, but...
Maybe we can play Chinese Jack sometime.
Well, I'm going to practice, and I'll meet you on the ground of your choice, and we'll go at it, okay?
Sure.
We'll have the playoffs.
All right.
Okay? Thank you, Ricky. Thanks for coming. That's about as natural as he can be.
Yeah. He's like that in the movie.
Yeah, between the commercials, he said, "You want a lifesaver?" You know, a lifesaver, my kids. It's good. Good little actor. All right, we'll be back with child star Chevy Chase. Barbara Bach and Gallagher is here tonight also, after this. You all know my next guest. Chevy has stumbled his way into the hearts of television viewers all over the world. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, Chevy's going to be hosting a special right here on NBC called the National Humor Test. Would you welcome Chevy Chase? Things not going too well, huh?
What?
Things not going too well, huh?
Oh, no. Thanks for lending them to me.
Nice spot I gave you following the...
It was nice of
the
you.
9-year-old kid there.
He's a nice... Come on. That was a nice game. What was that game I saw?
Chinese Jacks. I don't know. The kid wiped me out.
What were you doing? He did. He was conning you.
He set me up.
You know.
What were you doing at 9 years of age? I was trying to think. His what was the word I want?
Poise.
His poise at 9 years of age is remarkable.
His paws?
His poise.
Oh, his poise.
Poise.
No, he has a tremendous amount of poise.
Poise.
And it's clear that he's going to go through that period that Tantrum O'Neill went through.
Teeth.
No childhood.
Tantrum O'Neill.
Just directly to adulthood.
Well, they say that's... What happened? They say that's a bad thing, you know. The kid...
he seems like he's in control of that he knows what...
Were you performing at 9?
In class?
Yeah. Well, that's the trouble with most of us. We were doing those things in school.
Were you a class clown?
Sounds.
You did sounds?
Well, of course. Silly sounds.
Did you do this one? I didn't do it either, apparently.
No. I used to do this one. You're a chicken. It's very big.
I had to apologize.
Where I am today.
I had to apologize in front of the class once in the third grade. I don't know if they ever asked you to stand up and please apologize for your behavior to the class, Mr. Chase, or Chevy, or whatever they call me then, Bimbo. I remember standing up and saying, "I'd like to take this opportunity, if I may, on behalf of the class and you, Miss Newby, for my behavior." No, just... No. And that was pretty much the end of my career at 9.
At that age. When did you first perform? You were a writer, I know that. You started writing before you
started writing at 9. Yeah. I literally was performing in class. I mean, I was always messing around, but I didn't take it seriously till Saturday night, which I guess will be tomorrow night.
No, tomorrow's Thursday night.
That's what I meant. There, of course, I had been writing. And Ed, how are you?
Just fine, Chevy. Good to see you.
You were
writing.
You were a clown in the circus
That's right.
once, weren't you?
Yes.
What happened?
Circus left town, and I stayed in the city. Yes.
So I heard they're still cleaning up.
Yes.
You were Uncle. What was it?
Uncle Homo.
No, not Uncle Homo. That came later.
I just made it up.
No. What was your title? What was your? You
I had no name. I was myself. I used my own name.
Uncle Ed.
Just Ed, that's all.
Uncle Homo? I like that.
Yeah. It's a high-caliber woman.
No. What have you been doing?
I saw those commercials you were doing. Those.
Yeah, weren't those bright?
Those are very funny. And I've always wanted this. You know, the... Maidenform bras. Just come out of nowhere. Or if you listen to a baseball game in those days, and where they... I
wondered what that fellow said when the chicken came in and did his signal. See, we don't know what he said.
He said, pluck it.
Yes. I see. Your elbow hangs. What is the national...
Not even my elbow.
I know that. What is the National Humor Test all about?
It's,
You want to talk about it? I mean, I assume that's one of
you want to take it, Ed?
Oh, go ahead, you do it.
Okay. It's a special line tomorrow night, and I must say I thank you for having me on here tonight to tell the entire test.
Of course.
It's a send-up, as it were, of the disaster test, the survival test, the smoking test.
Didn't they have a national sex test also on to test your sexual...
I'm not finished, John.
Huh?
They
We'll be the judge
They had
of
a
that.
national sex. We.
It's a generic we.
The test is ostensibly going to tell you if you're a funny person or just one of those run-of-the-mill, I don't get it types. And I guess it'll tell me if I'm a funny person after the ratings. And it's loosely built around the style of those tests. And would you have to go to commercial or something?
No. We're just sitting here looking at you.
Thank me.
You mean people at home will be able to actually participate?
They will be participating and watching very carefully at 9 o'clock. Luckily, the Rangers won, I understand, so I'm squared away in Boston and New York. It's a test at the end of which you will find out, according to what you laugh at, what kind of a person you are. Or a primate. And, or a cretin. If you stayed through the show and laughed, you are a cretin. And you'll get a score and you'll be participating. I think somewhere along the line you'll be wondering, how can you win?
That's right. Is this all verbal or a visual test, or?
It's all silent. The entire...
It's a whole new approach to television.
It's not even on television. It's simulcast on radio.
And also KCT, I suppose, the KMEX Spanish station here in Los Angeles.
National Humor Test.
We're going to show part of it, aren't we?
I understood you would.
That's right.
I don't know what we're going to see, but I know
We're going to do a commercial first.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll come back.
What the hey?
What the hey? Buck here, a buck there. It all adds up. We'll be right back after this. We are back. Whoopee! You do, I don't know if you do it on the show or not. Sex association test, certain words that determine whether people react to certain phrases.
Yeah.
Is that in the show?
That's in the show. I didn't even know you knew about that. Yeah. As you know, people with a sense of humor are, of course, have more perspective. They're more intelligent. They, please don't cough right now. They, generally have more of a point of view on life, and there's a little, what we like to call sketch in the business with me and Pam Dauber from Mork and Mindy, where she plays the girl next door. Well, not in this one. And there is a little word association thing, similar to the thing I did with Richard Pryor on Saturday night a long time ago. No, don't, please, he's black. And I mean, we'll be white black. No. He's in Africa, Rich. He's getting his head together. He left in Hawaii.
He's funny man.
And a pleasant fellow at home, huh?
Funny man. Oh, yes. Lots of fun.
Hi, Rich.
Park your car.
Can you get my hubcaps, maybe?
But is this in the show, or are you going to talk about it? Are there certain words?
Well, I don't know some of the words that are funny, ostensibly.
No, that to conjure up sexual...
Well, it's, let's say that it really is fakery. It doesn't work. There are not funny words, but I think women are genuinely attracted to men who have a sense of humor. Yeah, let's hear it. And there's a good reason for that. Many of us are, of course, terrifically handsome and funny. And the idea behind this was we have in my special, we've gone to UCLA, we've studied with rats there. We have rats laughing at television shows. Little laugh meters.
You did not find that laughter caused cancer in the rats at all?
It caused cancer in TV.
In TV,
unfortunately.
Not in rats. Shall we show the film clip now?
Yeah, whatever it is, and then we can comment on it after later.
All right.
Later than after.
Watch the monitor here. Let's see what...
Mr. Chase?
Yeah.
Mr. Chevy Chase?
Yes.
That's Sam. Welcome aboard, Chevy. I want to let you know that this is your last opportunity to turn back now.
No one will think less of you.
Well, car's on its way out. I'm pretty much in.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Come on and join us. Walk this way.
Happy to.
Mr. Chase, let me ask you a question. You want this to break at the knee or further?
Whatever. I'll leave it up to you.
He doesn't care.
Surprise me.
First mistake. He doesn't care.
Interesting.
You must care.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Just,
See, we need him.
These are my pants. They've been checked already.
Look, call us. You might want to check this for yourself.
Okay, let me look.
I don't believe this. Meanwhile,
Let me ask you a personal question. Do you use a rinse?
They are outtakes.
Let me explain this to you. These were outtakes. Outtakes. And that was the Our Lady of That Was No Lady, That Was My Wife Hospital, where we are doing research in the humor. That is Christopher Guest, and that was Harry Shearer and Tom Leopold. They're writers. Only real stars on the show are the writers. Unfortunately, I'm left out of it. And they're just places where I cracked up. You really can't get an idea of it. But that whole thing of getting on the plane, walk this way, that's where I take the national, and you've taken this test, I know. All the great comics have. I'm plummeted some 5,000 feet into the National Humor Forest, where I take the National Humor Survival Test. This is an obstacle course, a series of running through tires that get wider and then turn into donuts, you know. And, a lot of falling down and hitting myself. It's about the sophistication of Three Stooges. It's the lowest humor you'll ever find. But you at home will be taking the test of staying with it from now on, basically.
Do you have a humor hall of fame like they have at Sound for baseball? There must be.
We do. We have a humor museum we go to. You will discover that Practicus Jocatus, the Roman senator, was the father of the practical joke. It's another quake. We go to the Great Hall of Jokes.
The Great Hall
Did
of
I spit
Jokes?
in your coffee?
No, it's all right. You want it?
If I may.
Certainly, help yourself.
Thank me. No, I don't think I'll touch this.
What?
It's coffee.
Who do you like to watch? Who breaks you up? Seriously, among the comedians. Laurel and
Honestly?
Hardy. Laurel and Hardy have been since
You
I was
do,
a kid.
frankly.
Right? Yeah?
Yeah, you always do.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you do.
You giveth and you taketh away.
I taketh only. Albert Brooks is
Albert Brooks is
funny
very
now.
funny.
He's very funny.
Richard Pryor breaks me up, I think.
Pryor's funny, providing that he has no ammunition.
Carlin can be...
George Carlin's good. You know who else is great? I think Jacques Tati, the French...
Hulot's Holiday.
The French puppy. No, the French, who did Hulot's Holiday. This guy's still in his 50s. He's poor as hell. He reminds me of Clark
But
Terry.
he's still in his 50s.
Isn't he still in his 50s? I mean, he's young. He's not like 70
you
years
made it
old.
sound like that he was old or something.
Oh, no, Johnny.
I thought he was fairly... I thought you were saying that he was... I thought he was older than
What
when
I'm
he did
saying
Hulot's
is-
Holiday.
I thought he was old then.
Yeah.
He looked old then, but apparently he's still that age.
But he was young then and looks still young.
But the thing is, he is still young, and he's still good, and he's still one of the great physical comics. And he had a couple of films that came over here, like Traffic was one, I think, and the other.
And nothing happened to them after you left.
Nothing. Nobody promoted them. And he's poor, and he's in France, and he's great. I'd just love to see him come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be
my hometown.
A groundswell there, and
well, of course, not a lot of
just have the
Americans
right
want
shot,
Frenchmen in this
that
country.
Work out that way.
But he's a darn funny frog.
Yes, can be. I have to point my finger is what I have to do.
Okay.
No, we'll be right back after this, and we're going to chip in and buy Chevy some decent clothes. All right, Doctor. We have with us tonight. Well, we were talking about what makes people laugh. There are a lot of different kinds of senses of humor, and this man does rather bizarre things. His name is Gallagher, and he will be appearing at the Calaveras County Frog Jumping Contest on May 18th and 19th. And he'll be at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas.
Is he competing?
I don't know. I think he just, and he has warts, the reason he went there. He'll be at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas with Kenny Rogers starting the 24th, and he'll be at the Playboy Club in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin for 2 weeks starting June 5th. Here is Gallagher.
Thank you. How does he do it? Why does he do it? Ladies and gentlemen, so much for the fun. Presenting Gallagher's Suitcase Circus. All right, let's get down to business. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Master Tool Corporation, a subsidiary of Fly-By-Night Industries, has entrusted me to show you the handiest and the dandiest kitchen tool you've ever seen. And don't you want to know how it works? Yeah! Don't you want to know how it works? Yeah! Well, first you get out an ordinary apple. Then you place the apple easily between the patented pan. Then what do you do, gang? It's simple. You reach for the tool that is not a slicer, it's not a dicer, it's not a chopper and a hopper. What could it possibly be? Hey, the mystery is over. It is Sledge-O-Matic. Hey! Wasn't that quick and easy? Applesauce in an instant. Yes, there's the beginning of a fine fruit salad. This, folks, is Sledge-O-Matic, the wonder tool of 1,000 uses. Now you make your own peanut butter right to home, fruit and vegetable juices, mounds of mashed potatoes. Why, Sledge-O-Matic will even make French fries. But I swear, you've got to crack that sucker just straight. Now, ladies, are you looking for a way to disguise leftovers? I'll tell you what you do. You root them around the patented pan. You guessed it. You hit them again. Chicken, look at you. Sledge-O-Matic will kill ants, roaches, flies, appetites, anything which crawls into the patented pan. Now, I know what some of you are saying. Sure, he can do it with an apple. Sure, he can do it with a potato. But can he do it with a watermelon? I may or may not have the watermelon. That depends upon your reaction to the rest of my show. You people up front ought to be real interested in that. Now, Sledge-O-Matic removes unwanted fingerprints from walls. Sledge-O-Matic removes unwanted walls from fingerprints. Hey, lady, surprise your husband. Put a door or a window where you've always wanted one. Now, Sledge-O-Matic will also teach the dumbest dog to play dead. It puts the cat out all night, keeps the neighbor's kids in their own damn yard. And hey, kids, hollow it out. It makes a heck of a pipe. Sledge-O-Matic also creams, purees, osterizes, why it even sterilizes. Yes, a woman from Pacoima, a mother of 22, reports that she hasn't had any more children since she used, guess what, gang? Sledge-O-Matic. She used it on her husband, and he ain't had any either. Right now, you're probably asking yourself, hey, where can I get me one of these wonderful tools? Oh, you're not? Okay. probably asking yourself, how crazy is that idiot? Now, millions paid $9.95, but that don't mean shoe polish. There's one of them born every minute. I can let you have it for $10 cash money, 2 for $25. Now, you don't have to be a dumb bunny to buy one, but it does help. Here's one there. See his little sledge-matic? Now, this is no threat, but if you people don't buy one of these from me here tonight, I'm going to be out to your house later on for a free home demolition. And I want you to remember my motto. The Avon lady may ring your chime, but me and this hammer just knock one time. Y para todos de habla español. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tome un apple rojo y placamente entre el melone. Stop me if you've heard it. Y rícheme usted por el tulo. No SL slicer. No SL dicer. No SL chubber and a hopper. LSK gang. El bang bang grande. Ole!
You got him awake.
Well, we woke him up.
Well, certainly, how you been?
Well, I've been good. I've been thinking and working and...
Is that a spring on one foot?
I have invented this for the show.
Yeah.
Watching, thinking about this gas crisis. You know I can beat most traffic off of the red light. I can beat everything up to half a block. They catch me at the next light, but I beat them again.
Yeah. Pogo stick disco coming in?
You see, my dad owned a rink when I was a kid.
You skate pretty well.
Well, and you would if your dad owned a rink. You come home and there's nothing to do but hand out skates and skate. So I decided to go one step beyond. You see, I've been into this skating for a long time now. So I decided you can't really go real fast down the street with 2 skates because every so often there's some obstruction, you see. So with this spring on one foot, I just fly over it. I just pick out whether I want to fly or roll.
Right.
Fly or roll. I think it'll be the next... big thing. You see these furniture coasters? It works real good.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, thanks for coming
you
by.
two ought to get along famously.
Well, what if this catches on now and it's very practical? This is silly, isn't it? Wheels on your foot?
Well, that was probably considered silly when somebody started that, right? They laughed and said, hey.
Well, at least I'm only looking half stupid. This half might be smart.
Okay, we'll take a break and we're going to come right back here. Last night, during the monologue on the show last night, I mentioned that Kay Jackson was leaving Charlie's Angels, and they had signed a young lady by the name of Barbara Bach to replace her. And I guess I was in error, because apparently she was not signed. But it's rather an interesting story. You've read a lot about her. She's a lovely-looking gal. Most people in this country probably remember her from Russia to Love.
Anywhere in between.
The Spy Who Loved Me, with Roger Moore. Would you welcome Barbara Bach?
I'm sorry, I was just...
No, you're not sorry. Cute move. There you are. How are you? No, I know I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie several times.
Gee, I hope you're not disappointed.
Just thinking what?
I knew you wanted to present the new Angel.
I'm really not disappointed now. I'd read in the paper yesterday. Mm-hmm. It was in the news that you were going to replace Kay Jackson. I came out and did some jokes in the monologue. We found out after the show, not true.
Not true.
What happened?
Well, what happened was the Post wrote a full page.
You talking about the New York Post?
The New York Post
Yeah.
on Barbara Bach. She's the new Charlie's Angel, the deal, and it was supposedly a leak and a direct quote from the producer's assistant.
Right.
So all my family from back east telephoned, hey, congratulations, wonderful. And it's not true.
You didn't.
No.
They didn't even audition you for it?
No, I didn't audition. What I did agree to do was what they call a personality matchup test.
Is this similar to Chevy's National Humor Test? Or,
It might be.
What do you mean? They called you in to talk with you?
To talk with me.
And they gave you a personality test?
No, what happened was I met with them 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, this would really be great, et cetera, and we'll let you know real soon. Okay. Another week passed, and they called back and they said, hey, 95%, you've got it, but we're not making the announcement yet. Fine. Another week went by, and they said, we'd like her to come in and, just sit there and talk with us as she did when she came in, and we'll put it on film, then we'll match her up with the other girls, kind of like a personality test.
The other girls weren't there, you mean?
No, they weren't there. They were to be slid in later on film.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Did you? What else did you hear? Anyway, I flunked.
Come on, what do you mean you flunked?
I flunked. Can you believe that? I flunked the personality test.
Against those great actresses? I was not being castigating or demeaning or...
Any of those things.
Will you take your clothes off, please?
But they did ask me to take my jacket off in the test.
Mr. Smoothie. They didn't ask you to do that, did they?
They did.
What was the personality? Did they ask you questions?
Yes.
What did they ask you?
Okay. Let's see. The first thing they asked me was what I was doing after the test.
No, are you serious?
I swear. A really nice guy asked me. I thought that was funny.
That was kind of a trick just to get you at ease.
Just to get you in. And then they
also to see if he might score, also. Probably.
Then they asked the really serious questions.
All right. Well, give me one of the real serious questions.
One of the serious questions is, what sports do you play?
And you said?
I said
after
tennis.
Yes.
Tennis, skiing, softball, basketball, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Serious.
Right.
Then they asked me how many languages do I speak, and I told them, okay, parlo perfettamente in italiano, and that I have a working language in French and Spanish. Then they asked me, on a special request from one of the producers, to make a funny face.
To make a funny face?
Yeah.
Did you make a funny face?
I did. I made my fish face.
May we see that?
Do you think you want that?
I certainly.
Want everybody to see what I
think we should see that. I don't know why not. Something we haven't done. I think now
I would have. She'd be doing very well casting all over.
I would have signed you immediately. Yes, I would have signed you.
Okay, and then the hard question. The hard question was, Barbara, you've done 17 films, and you were in the Bond film, a huge success, Force 10 from Navarone. What are you going to bring to Charlie's Angels? And there's where I feel I made my big mistake.
What did you say?
Do you know what I said? Me.
Well, what else could you say?
I don't know, but I flunked it.
They didn't like that.
They didn't like it. They said
That's a
that...
stupid
no,
network.
actually what they said... Actually what they said...
What did they want you to
called
say?
up and they said yesterday, after the Post had already announced that I was doing it, and the Daily News had my picture on the front cover, they said that I was too sophisticated in attitude and look. Now, do you believe that?
Well, you know where I saw... No, the first time I saw...
believe
Chevy,
that?
easy there, easy there.
Yes.
Chevy's
Safe.
Chevy's very ill. He suffers from migraine most of the time. A holdover from childhood. So no, I would. When I first saw you, when I saw you in the picture, I got the feeling you were European. Now I don't know why. Do most people feel that way?
Well, a lot of people do feel that way. Actually, I was born and raised in New York. Queens, Rosedale. I'm American.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Well, they thought this girl from Queens, New York was too sophisticated and too...
No, actually, they asked my manager, Andrea Eastman, and Michael Black, if I could play an American. And they said, hey, she is American, which was a shock to everyone. Well, I started acting in Europe.
Right.
And then when I did the Bond film and Force 10, that was mostly seen here, I used an accent. I talked very much like this.
So everybody assumed that you
so
were...
So they assumed I wasn't acting, you know?
Ah. Did you have those silver teeth, or was that the...
Yeah, that was me.
That was the fish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He asked me to ask you that.
Sure, good move, good move. Pass it when it doesn't move, pass it off, get rid of it.
Ed asked him.
We're going to do a commercial and then Ed ask him to ask. We'll be right back here. You make a wonderful house guest, Chevy.
What did I do?
What did I do? You missed the roller skating demo. That must not be easy to do.
It's just not easy on this floor. Of all the places in the world, this is the worst. I'm hot on the street.
Yeah.
And especially where the sidewalk gets wide. There at the corner, I can do your tricks on the corner all night.
Yeah.
Chevy don't like it if somebody else gets a laugh. Now, just tip your head. It's simple. You ought to be able to get it. Okay. Well, it's screwed up for you. You're tangled, Chevy.
You're hard.
Okay, try it now.
Okay, ready?
Ready? Very good.
Hey.
I didn't think you were...
That's great. That's a great trick. So then everything that you did out there was pretty much set up by machines and stuff?
Okay. Variety is the spice of life.
What
Why
am I,
should I
Jerry
do
Brown?
what
What is
everybody
this?
else does? See, everybody else comes out in cheap clothes. I thought I'd do something different.
I like him. Just for the record, I think he's a fine young comedian. I think he's going to go a long way.
For the record, you don't matter.
I can't go head-to-head with that.
Boy, it's nice to be locked into a secure job. And not have to really do good. You're here on this is a bizarre night.
This is a great show.
The crazy night here.
I know.
Are you sorry you didn't get the show, Charlie's Angel? I didn't ask you that.
Well, I'm only sorry I didn't get it because the reason I wanted it was I moved to L.A. around 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been working in Europe back and forth, and I have